Now P10 because Blake is off! Off goes your title contender, Blake! Well, is Liam 2/10 to Theo, but again, not quite there for him to get the move done. So he just has to stay behind, but a little bit wide goes Theo. Liam round the outside, side by side, a Ferrari with the Aston Martin. Has Liam got it? He continues round the outside, all the way, the long way round. Still side by side, still scrapping it out. Now got the inside line. Has Liam got it? Theo holds it. Great battling. And what a stern defence that was by Theo, who retains 7th, just ahead of the championship leader Liam. Ancan P11, Kernan P12. Then he got Blake. What's happened to Blake? Blake's in trouble again. 2 crucial mistakes from the championship contender. And Blake has got some wing damage as well. And this...
No driver wants to end a race like that. You put in all the work and you just come away with nothing to show for it.
It's really closing in on Morgan Hughes. This could be exactly what Liam needed. And here we go with Liam. Tolu takes Haas for P2. And Liam does not have enough battery. Just as we thought he was going to make the move on the McLaren. Liam not quite there to overtake Morgan. He stays ahead and retains P6. A little bit wide there goes Ancan, and that means he's under attack. Kernan finds a way through. Oh no! Off goes Ancan. Ancan is off track, and was he just pushed slightly wide there by the McLaren? I think it looks like it. Sector here at Spa. Tolu will be onto the podium. Line will follow him in the Haas as well. But let's go towards your Red Bull driver, qualified in P4, and he will come through here at the bus stop chicane through the final 2 corners and delivering a Division 4 masterclass. Finzik wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Tolu holds on to a kicks out of the podium, and Lime will take P3 for the Haas. Morgan Hughes in P4, Haas coming home in 5th.
I think the expectations for any round in a McLaren are always high, given the team. But for me, Spa specifically is a big round because of the points I lost in Zandvoort last week with the puncture. Also, last season I qualified on the front row in my last race for Ferrari. So the history is there with this track. I lost points to the rivals last round, so did my teammate. So we plan this week to put our heads down and try and score the rivals is the main objective.
As we go to 5 red lights for the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's going to be lights out, and away we go. Jamie just get away nicely, but I think Bath Destroyer as well behind. I think they got the better start. Haas already into the wall, and a Aston Martin already falling down the order as Bath Destroyer trying to hold it down the inside of the Mercedes. Can't get that smooth stick, as we do see a McLaren trying to go side by side with Malachi, but has to back out. Is that Bozza trying to go down the inside of Jamie, going into Rouge and Radeon, but no, they will have to stay behind. Any other move being made further down. Bozza is catching, and he is in the slipstream. As he's going to go wheel to wheel with Jamie, who's going to be the best going into Lecombe, and it's just going to be Jamie, but Bozza holds it around the outside, has the inside for the next few corners. Jamie then back on the inside, but Bozza holds it around the outside and gets into the lead. And now it's the 2 Red Bulls followed by a Ferrari who goes good deep. Is that going to allow Coy to go down the inside into Brussels? Yes it is, but Malachi will hold it down the inside going into No Name. Will the Ferrari keep that position? They just about do so, but Coy is going to try and retake it going into Pouon. Holds it down the inside, bit of contact, and that is Coy half spinning, and that is another spin for the McLaren driver. And he's
gap opened. He had a bit of a offline in the corner before, so I went for the gap and then just left no space.
Malachi also gets into the lead of the race, but they're still side by side into Lecombe. Malachi, what a move around the outside. And I'll tell you what, fair play to him as he gets the move. In a net P1, well, I say net P1, P2, not really, you know what I mean. Provisional P1 and P2. But it might be Miller going into P2. He's going to try his move around the outside of the Ferrari. Can he maybe get the move on Malachi as well? Malachi moves over. He's still going to be side by side with the Ferrari of Baxi. Still side by side, holding it around the outside, going into Lecombe. And through the right-hander, he makes a bit of contact. Baxi has a half spin. And that might allow Hulkenberg to go around the outside. And Hulkenberg does indeed get into the podium positions. gets up, or to go side by side into Lecom, sorry. Still side by side into turn 9. And Malachi is able to get that move stick. Good move there. Miller ducks for it back down the inside, going to Brussels on the Ferrari. Very close race in between these two, but Malachi holds it down the inside, and he will remain in P2. So coming into the final couple of corners, he's controlled this race well, despite thinking that he might have been outplayed by Hulkenberg, but Hulkenberg not able to make the move. Jamie has a slight snap out of the final corner, but it doesn't matter. Jamie comes across the line to win the Belgian Grand Prix.
Decent recovery back for me to P8, but it's just unfortunate. I could have been fighting definitely for a podium.
P7 isn't the best, but we can easily build from there and move on to next week.
As the teams gear up for Division 2, all eyes are on the Ferrari duo, Raven and Ransdell, as well as McLaren's Avi and Deck. The competition is fierce, and the stakes are high. It is 5 red lights. And it is green light, go, go, go. We go racing here in the Grand Prix in Spa. Going down towards turn 1, it's a good getaway there from Sam. Going into the first turn, the Aston Martin looking to peek through towards the Ferrari. AMS Ransdell getting the run here on the Ferrari, on the Red Bull, going down the Camel Straight, now into Lecom, down the inside. He's well ahead going into the turn, and he keeps at the position there of P1. AMS Ransdell, if he can finish P1 tonight, he will extend that lead between himself and Jaipo Jippy here for that top spot. For Sav, he's got a little bit of a run on Ransdell going into Lecom here. Down the inside, he's looking to go here into Lecom on the Ferrari. The Ferrari, though, holds his nerve and is able to keep his position here on track. These four, Callum go through with it side by side in between Deck and Jack going up the Rouge and into Radion. They're both side by side going onto the exit. Down the Camel Straight, they're still going at it. Still side by side, still looking for it. Sam up the inside of Ransdell going into that first turn in Lecom. Now round the outside of Lecom, the Ferrari has to evade the pace of Sam as he pushes the pass. Margin as Ransdell, as Sam would have hoped. And now Ransdell, can he look to go it past here? DRS being used down the Camel Straight.
I've been on fantastic form recently, to finish in P2 in the last couple of races. The setup for Belgium was just amazing. I'm really trying to push hard to keep this momentum going for as long as I can, hopefully the rest of the season.
But here we go though, the move that could be vital for the championship round the outside. Jaipo Jippy's going on Ransdell, his championship rival. Now down the inside, they're still side by side. Going onto the right-hander here on the outside once more from Jaipo Jippy. There's a bit of contact going onto the exit. These two still going for it, still lunging for it. Round the outside, the Aston Martin looking for it again. The Ferrari still defending it down the inside. And now down the outside, down the inside again for the Aston Martin. He goes a bit too slow though. And all of a sudden, Ransdell... I think AMS Ransdell has sealed it across the line. He will come, and he has won it for Ferrari, for himself. A very tight, teeth-clenching. At Spa-Francorchamps, speed is everything, and in Division 1, 3 names dominate the conversation. Ferrari's Travis.
And Travis wins the Singapore Grand Prix.
McLaren's Techebi.
Techebi wins in Zandvoort for McLaren.
And Mercedes' Elias.
And Elias wins here in Abu Dhabi.
Each with the raw pace to take control, but only one can leave Belgium on top.
5 red light to a Spa, and it's go, go, go! Mercedes on pole and gets a really fantastic start, but not the start Tajubi was looking for. Side by side with Travis, but Tajubi holds on. Wide goes a Haas in the background. So that means Travis on those.
Okay, Travis, for your information, we are going long on these hards, long on this tyre. The aim is to have the optimal tyre at the end of the race. The current undercut from the cars behind us is not strong enough to risk them breaking out of the gap. We think we can get them on the last lap.
Up to Elias. The battle for second, crucial for the championship. Travis goes to the inside and down the Camel Straight. Travis is up into P2. Travis for the victory at Spa. Gabo in third, Elias in fourth. That's still a battle for the podium places. Bierzinski will hold on to fifth unless Reese can stick with him, which he's just about doing. But here we go, Travis down the Kemmel Straight once more. Can he take this lead? He's within 2/10. Surely no stopping the Ferrari now, and there is no stopping Travis, who does take the lead. And now the McLaren wants it hard but cannot quite deliver the defence, and Travis is through, because this will be his major opportunity coming up. Beyond the source, through into Radion and Avuz.
And last lap, Travis. Final lap. This is do or die, mate.
And Slipstream and DRS. Here comes Tachubi for the win. Travis and Tachubi, 4/10 a gap. We head down a Kemmel Straight. Has he got it? Has he got enough in him? Here comes the papaya. McLaren v Ferrari. Down there's a little bit of contact, but it's Travis who holds on. Yes, he does. Travis defends, retains the lead. Tachubi does not find his way through. Travis still out in front. Round the outside goes to McLaren again. Tachubi again. Not quite got enough on the tyres. The Ferrari leads. Here we go. Here at Spa. Out goes the Ferrari. And Travis wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Tachubi second. He will open up, or close up the gap, as I'd say, towards his champion rival Elias, who is not even on the podium. Gabo third. Elias fourth.
Fantastic. What a drive, man.
Thank you.
Your pace on the hards actually was what the big factor there.
If Monza is Ferrari's cathedral, then Silverstone is McLaren's fortress. The birthplace of British motorsports, the roar of the home crowd, and the track where legends are made. For McLaren, there is no greater stage, and for their rivals, no tougher challenge. But for McLaren, Silverstone isn't just history, it's home. And no one knows that pressure better than Avi.
Yeah, it's always a special time coming to Silverstone. There's a reason it's always on the calendar. We're very fortunate that it's the home race for the team, but it's also the home race for the majority of drivers in the league. So I think when you're getting poles, you're getting podiums, and you're getting wins around here, it really means something. The achievements on Silverstone and this track really means something, and it matters. Especially with this new sprint format, it's going to make it even more exciting. It's going to be a really, really tight weekend.
With that pressure hanging high in the air, the weekend begins. And it starts here in Division 4.
And we're underway for the sprint here, the reverse sprint at Silverstone. It's Ancan and Hazard to turn one. Ancan leads out in front. Who will be slipping and sliding further back? Seasick Dread on the outside line. They're all trying to get through nicely. And who has got the advantage? But still Ancan has, and side by side the Racing Bulls with the Alpine. Decision. Look at the lead Ancan has out in front. And down the inside, Liam's having a look on Finzig. And Finzig's dropped places. Finzig, what's happened to him? He's now down the inside of Liam. They are scrapping away the top two in the championship. Finzig and Liam. For now, Finzig is ahead. We go directly on board of Liam. He's having a look down the inside into Cox Corner. Again, not there for him, but Finzig just about has the edge on his title rival. But Blake's going to have another charge towards him. No DRS, don't forget. Side by side they go. Who will make it stick into Chapel? They're still going at it. Blake on the inside. Round the outside is Theo. Theo down with the inside line. Surely Theo's got it. No, he hasn't. Blake with a superb traction and grip. He is through on the Aston Martin. Up into P11 he goes. Blake is through as well. Blake on Carl, going side by side, but there you go. Blake gets the move done for the Ferrari, and then maybe a chance here for Liam, as Finzig has got another move done, all round the outside, and he does take it. Breathtaking delivery, and he is through on Haz. Let's drop back down, because the two Ferraris, and now the Williams of Kieran go slightly off, and that allows for Liam to jump his way up into the top six. Yeah, the Inters are certainly clear right now. And Blake also down the inside on Kieran, and he makes his move up into P7. So the two Ferraris now slowly making their way up the field.
Yeah, of course, you know, it's obviously not the place where me and Kieran want to be at the moment. We need to work together and find our way back to the top. And obviously we have another half a season to go, so hopefully we can work together and get back up to the top.
Here comes Liam, and Liam is going to execute this overtake beautifully into Cops and up into P5. You know what, he's still got a potential 4th place left in him. He's got himself an opportunity. What about Blake as well? He should get the move done. He's going down the inside on Haas and up into P6, 2 Ferraris. Now making things happen. Lassiter takes home a double Racing Bulls podium. And here we go. We are down to Division 4 Silverstone. 5 red lights. And it is go, go, go. The Red Bull of Ancan out in front. Does pull away, but it's side by side. Into the wall goes a Ferrari of Blake. Incredible, but it is Finzik and Ancan side by side, and Finzik has the lead ahead of the 2 Racing Bulls. But what happened to Blake now? I think he went straight into the wall of the start. He has had a struggle, but Finzik, Ancan and Lassiden, Liam in 4th. He has made up track position. Mouse Gaming, Seasick, Lime, Theo, Benchwarmer, and Kernan all at the front of the field, or Kiernan should I say. Seasick Gaming, oh that's a close running Haas. And the Aston Martin, here we go. Seasick has got the battle with Mouse Gaming. And Mouse Gaming is up into the top 5. Are both ahead of, all 3 ahead of Liam. So Liam has effectively lost 3 places out there. Now he's going to go for the move again on Lassiden. Maybe Lassiden actually letting him go potentially after what happened. He might just be saying, okay, I'll accept any form of whatever penalty comes. You go lap 9 on the mediums and then to the end of the hard, it's going to be very difficult from there. You need to be an absolute masterclass on the hards if you're going to do that, as Liam finds his way past Ancan again. These hard tyres will be working for him now. He's got a Mouse Gaming up the order as well. Theo, here we go, both in DRS range, a little bit of a closing the gap there from the Aston Martin. Liam is close, go down the inside, side by side they squabble. Has he got the overtake here, Liam? Still continuing, going at it out of Luffield, round into Woodcote, still heading side by side, and there's a trouble for Theo. Theo, what's happened to him and Ancan as well? Drippo and Liam. Oh, Drippo and P3, Liam and Theo in there. Ancan's had a problem, and now Liam and Theo continuing to go at it. For your victory at Silverstone, Mouse Gaming wins the British Grand Prix. Mini Walker will hold on to 2nd position, and Drippo on the Williams for 3rd. That is your podium. Liam will not come home in P4 due to his penalty, and Ancan will take 4th, Carl 5th, Liam 6th, Theo Wereful line, Benchwarmer drops down behind Lassiden. That's your top 10. Kieran 11th, Finzik 12th, 2nd in the championship.
From the battles of Division 4, we climb 1 step higher. Division 3 awaits. Faster cars, sharper minds, and the pressure of proving you belong at the top.
Yeah, so predictions coming into McLaren's home race Silverstone. We're hoping for a strong result. Me and Mel are definitely hoping for top 5 each.
But it doesn't matter, because it is 5 red lights. And it is green light, go, go, go. We go racing here in Bristol, going down towards that first turn. Jamie Cavagnini getting off to a great start, but the Sauber looking for a move up the inside. He's not able to get it. Multiple drivers going off wide there. They're having a very rough turn. Going into that first turn, seeing the line and being able to adjust towards it. So we enter that first turn, and now we exit that first turn. PRT Pistol now going to be overtaking Vaxi GG here. Down the inside he's looking to go. There's a bit of contact though, as the McLaren's going to swoop in here. Finley Millard. Can he look for the move? Up the inside he goes into that first turn. There's a bit of contact once more. Rough racing here as the Alpine is going off the track. Maybe is that a push to pass? Can he get that reported after the Grand Prix, as Finlay Millard's going to go down the inside here of the Ferrari of TTV Vaxi GG. Now around the outside he goes. Can he keep it landing? Can he keep it a stick? I think he can. There's still someone going to go onto the exit here. I think Vaxi has got the DRS on the McLaren. Around the outside the McLaren goes. Is there a bit of contact there? Oh, a slide by the Ferrari. We're looking for P7. He was looking up the inside though, or defending the inside against the Ferrari. The Ferrari with a switchback maneuver outside the cops. That's a fantastic move there from Alex's Beast. And Finlay Millard, the man in P3 in the standings, was looking for a move. Instead, he's lost one. But can he gain it back? Going into the left-hander here, he's now going to go deep on the brakes in the Ferrari. The switchback maneuver here, it could be reversed right back on Alex's Beast. Going down the straight for here on the last lap on Alex's Beast. He now looks for the switchback maneuver. He looks to return the favour here on that Ferrari. DRS and ERS being used. Down the straight we go into Bagnett's and Beckett's. And I think the McLaren's just waiting out his options for now. Didn't realise that, Cole. Fair play! That's something I didn't notice though. Alex's Beast round there. Jamie Cavallini has had an absolutely fantastic race. And he comes round that last turn to win the sprint race. Domination here in the sprint race, and he gets his mighty reward. And it is green light, go, go, go. We go racing here in Great Britain as we go down into that first turn. Bath Destroyer going straight out to that P1 slot as the Aston Martin and the McLaren going side by side here. Big contact, massive contact there. And the Aston Martin of Brewdog going off wide, going into the grass. He's down into last place. Koyi being at fault for that potential mistake. That's massive, as now here we go. The McLaren's now very close to each other here in P3 and P4. Here's Bosmius getting an overtake there on Aiden, and so here we go. Finlay Millard's going to go down the inside on his teammate, and down the inside goes the Sauber, and the Sauber has contact there with Koyi himself. Koyi still going to send up the inside as the Sauber again behind him, still looking for a manoeuvre. He's not going to get it, but here comes Finlay Millard. He's off to a flying start here so far in Silverstone. He's now up into P3. He's so much like going into the cops. What's going to happen here? He's going to go down the inside. He's going to get the move potentially. They're still going to go side by side going on to the exit. Can they still keep it? Maggotts and Beckett. It's very difficult to keep it clean here, but Finlay can. Going very close to Charlie Murphy as I think that's a V-carb. In massive moment for Alex's Beast. I don't know if he wanted the box or not, but if he did, I mean, that is genius. And now Vaxi is overtaking Charlie Murphy. Around the outside he goes. There's a bit of contact going on to the exit. They lock tyres, slowing them both down. But Vaxi GG does get the overtake in the end. You're looking at the track and think to yourself, oh yeah, that track is very wet and it's going to come into handy here for Koyi as he goes down the straight, down the inside of Alex's Beast, and he gets the move completed as DRS is now officially disabled. The cops, is there a Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton moment here? They are side by side. The nose is still in here for the McLaren. He's going to go up the inside here of Ferrari, going into the cops now, and cops is very difficult for the Ferrari. He goes off the circuit. He rejoins back there, still side by side, but never mind. Koyi is ahead, and he's still got the DRS ahead of him to Bath Destroyer, so he can still keep within that gap between himself and the Red Bull. DRS is being used. I'm assuming ERS is being used. Yes, it is. Very nervous and tense moments. Here's Alex's Beast now looking for the move. Round the outside he goes. On the 25th lap out of 26th, the penultimate moment here of this race. Now down the inside he'll go, going into the last chicane. They can't battle too long, otherwise Bath Destroyer will go ahead and he'll steal the win. He'll open a lead, but down the inside goes to McLaren. On the Ferrari once more. You can see the Red Bull just lurking behind, looking for position, looking for something to latch onto here. But still, they're still battling here. They're still close to each other, and a 1.8 second gap has been opened up between Koyi himself and Bath Destroyer. Down the inside, the Ferrari goes once more on the McLaren. Can he keep it? Or maybe he's defending from the Red Bull, as the Red Bull of Jimmy Cavallini is going to go up the inside, going into the left-hander, going onto the straight. The Ferrari's going to have the DRS and potentially the ERS to try and look and certify a move ahead of Koyi here. Koyi down the inside goes Jimmy Cavallini. Can he steal P3? Can he steal a podium right at the end here in Great Britain? Murray, no he isn't. He's going to stay in his slot. But I can't believe it. There's a gap open up at the end of this race, and it's brilliant. Bath Destroyer to win the Great British Grand Prix. Koyi will come around the last turn to finish in P2. 3 for Cavallini and 4 for Alex's Beast.
After a solid sprint performance, starting 5th and then finishing P4, we headed into the race in a strong position. Did have a moment that put me to the back, near enough the back of the grid, but strong recovery with the wet weather back into P2. So very happy after all for the home race.
It takes hard work and sacrifice to be the team principal of a team like McLaren. Some are built for it, but some aren't. Avi Tyrrell has dropped McLaren team principal. What made you drop your role at McLaren in a few words? And how would you sum up your time in Papaya?
Well, unfortunately, with new time restraints, I won't be able to give the effort to McLaren team principal that it should deserve. But I'm sure that the brand new team principal will bring in a new level of motivation and really propel the team forward. I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
With the main man of McLaren leaving, what does this mean for the drivers in the mid-season transfer window? What are your plans now, seeing your team principal has left?
Well, now that Avi's gone, leaving McLaren, and gonna be a reserve.
Do you see yourself in a McLaren seat now that Avi has left?
Yeah, with Avi leaving, it's uncertainty in the team as to how well McLaren will be doing. I know it looks like there could be an opportunity or two that could open up, but we'll have to see what happens in the window. It's 50-50 really, because I do want to still be competing for the championship.
What are your thoughts on this breaking news, and does this impact your future?
It's very damaging news. Avi's the one who engineers me, provides the setups, provides the strategies. So it does massively impact my future. I want to be in a team that can provide me with the best resources and the best engineering. And that isn't McLaren anymore. So I now need to look at my options into the transfer window.
Breaking news. Harry is the new McLaren team principal. How does it feel to now be the main man at McLaren? And what can we expect from your team in the second half of the season?
It feels great becoming the main man at McLaren. It brings a lot of responsibility to try and keep our reputation alive. We expect a solid second half of the season. Many aiming for top 5 finishes, or just even scoring points. Then we will go from there.
McLaren's legacy is the most superior in this league. 3 OCC winners. But now they face a new journey, not knowing if they can survive. With Harry stepping in as the new team principal, expectations were high, but the storm was only just beginning. Almost overnight, McLaren's fastest drivers switched sides, chasing glory with Red Bull, the team leading the championship. What was left behind was a weakened McLaren, and a massive challenge for Harry to rebuild. A lot of people are calling this a huge power shift. What made you choose Red Bull over McLaren?
I have a good relationship with the Red Bull team principal, the key. I know the people involved in the team, and it's the best place for me to be. I've been here a couple of days now, and it's very good, very good. Definitely the right choice for me was Red Bull.
For Harry, this was a nightmare start. Taking control of a team in transition is one thing, but rebuilding McLaren in the middle of the season, that's a challenge few would survive. And for Harry, this wasn't about winning the championship anymore, it was about survival, about keeping McLaren alive long enough to rebuild. The championship battle is no longer just Ferrari versus McLaren. Red Bull has entered the battle. From the streets of Monaco to the Temple of Speed in Monza, every circuit has its own identity. But now, the grid heads to Montreal, Canada, home of the great circuit Gilles Villeneuve, a track famous for its walls, its rain, and its chaos.
Consistency's been my focus all season. In Canada, it's just about keeping the head down and staying out the wall.
Race comes over the 12.
Yeah, obviously Canada's one of my stronger tracks, definitely one of my favourites. I was hoping for a big result, big point gain.
And Ravens round! Oh! Damage as well. Oh, it fell off. Was that on his own? World Champions.
On his own, yeah. And obviously halfway through the race or so, I don't know if I caught too much curb and lost the ground error effect, or just bounced too hard, or what happened, but just seemingly lost grip. The tyre seemed to just cease to have any traction at all, and next thing I knew I was just catching a spinning car, and it was an uphill battle from there.
Red lights. And the lights are out, and away we go. And I do think the McLaren did get a better start as we go down into turn 1. A little bit of deep sync as we have Deck down the inside of the Sauber. We'll have the outside for turn 2. The Sauber still holds it down the inside. Can Brian Evans do anything? Bubbly, sorry. Can he do anything coming in on this? And the McLaren and the Sauber still going side by side into the first chicane as they navigate that very nicely. But the Sauber just comes out on top. Looking further down the grid, we have an Aston Martin being overtaken by a Haas Small leader. We'll go around the outside of the Aston Martin, going into turn 6 and 7. Can Haas hold that down the inside of turn 7? A little bit of slippery there from the Aston Martin, but the Aston Martin stays in front. Still trying, Raven still trying down the inside of Ivy and gets that move down the main straights. I think it might actually be Bath Destroyer. Can Raven send one down the inside of the V-carb? Yes, he does. A little bit of contact, but the V-carb goes wide. Even more contact through turn 2 as the V-carb path spins, and Raven up to P4. Bath Destroyer goes through, and I think War Leader is going to try and benefit off this as well, but he backs out. Oh, as that is Bath Destroyer being spun there by Callum, as a load more drivers go into the pits there. I think that was maybe a bit of just miscommunication there from Callum. Drivers, as we see Brian Evans go down the inside of 1 and 2 drivers there as Brian Evans gets up into a net P3. Sorry, no, that is actually P4 on track. As we see CGM go very wide there, as that allows Deck and Alex to go through. Can Alex get the overtake on Deck though? Going into the next chicane, round the outside, has the inside for the next corner, and it's still going to remain side by side into the next chicane of turn 6 and 7. Alex down the inside and will get into P6. Take a final send. Alex moving to the inside, Tholo to the outside. Alex still there on the inside, side by side into this corner. Tholo is forced off as he might be able to get that, but was that a slight push to pass?